All right, welcome my friends to Down to Stick by James B. Okay, so finally got some perforated vinyl I'm gonna mess with. Now it's actually kind of hard to find the 80-20, so this is the 60-40, and it's Green Star from US Cutter. Okay, so what I did here is I cut a piece out, and I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in the machine, do a test cut, see if my cutting is where it needs to be, and then we'll go from there. Okay. Now I've never done perforated vinyl before, but I want to add that to my roster, I guess. All right, I need both hands here. Sorry. Okay, so I got that piece in there. It's about 18 inches by 20, I would say. Letting the machine do its thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, before I do anything, is let's go into my Bn20 settings. Now that I got the material loaded in, I'm going to go ahead and just do a cut adjustment, do a test cut, and let's see what it does. Grab a Alright, so let's see how that turned out. Okay, so the cut looks pretty good. A little hard to grab just because of all the little holes. One important thing, you want to feel the back, make sure it's not coming through the back there. Now I don't know if this piece is big enough to do a print and cut. Okay, so now, since I got that piece, looks like my cut's okay. So now we're going to do a print and cut. Oops, gotta wait for the thing to finish there. Print and cut. Print and cut pattern. Let's try that. And away she goes. Okay, so we'll let that print and cut, and then we'll check that out. Alright, so you can see printed the squares. So now I'm going to go ahead and we'll take these off and see what that looks like. Cut adjustment looks great. Perfect. A plus. And this side should be exactly the same. Okay, perfect. See, I got this much coming out the back. That should be enough to do like a 5-inch piece maybe. So I'm getting a lot of customers asking me for the Raiders in a perforated vinyl. So let's get rid of that Predator. Oh man, my black ink's almost out. What a good way to run it out, I guess. Let's go to sports. Raider skull. Maybe let's do the standard one. Raider skull standard. Okay. This is just that one where he's pulling off the mask. That size right there is fine. What I want to look at here is this drop down box here. So we got generic vinyl, PVC, semi, clear film, heat transfer. What I did on my research was to use the same setting as the PVC gray glue, which is for vinyl wrapping. But looking at these, clear film, semi-gloss glue, yeah, I mean, I think that'll be okay. Air diffusion, we'll go with dither because that's what I normally do. Crop marks, we want those. Print only, let's look at cut only. Okay. And that piece there is going to be about 6 inches. That should be okay. I got enough vinyl loaded up. Okay, print only. return to origin after print, and then when you go to cut only, return to origin after cut. I don't need to mess with the depth or anything. And this is the roll that I took that off of, so you can see the perforated. So where I did that test cut on that piece there, I'm hoping that the machine doesn't try to print right on top of that. I'm pretty sure I stuck it in there where it's going to be just next to it, but if not, I'm a pretty smart guy. I know what to do. Yeah, see, it's printing that crop mark right on top of that damn piece, man. Damn it. So that either is going to work or not work. And I'll show you what I'll do when it's done printing. Alright, so there it is. It's all printed. It's been drying for a bit. So, one thing I'm kind of curious about on this vinyl, and I got to do more research, but when I do clear calendar vinyl, I do a overprint, you know, so it hits it twice. This one, to me, it just looks like it's not printing enough, probably because of all the holes in it. But I want to try something else here. Even though this is my first one, I'm going to laminate this, and we're going to see how well that works with it. And there's another reason that I want to laminate that I will show you. Okay. Let's get the old laminate out of the scrap pile. We're just going to lay this down like this. Okay, continuing on. Sorry, I got a phone call, got interrupted. Okay, so I pull back the vinyl, the laminate, cut off about 1/2 inch, and then I tape it to the job like that. See? Sorry, I had to skip that part because my son called me. All right, so now let's go ahead and run this through the cold laminator. Okay. See, I don't know much about this perf vinyl. There's not a lot of information on YouTube other than like installation. So this is my first one ever. So if you're watching and you know how to run this stuff and I'm making mistakes, just bear with me. I'm just learning. And yeah. Okay. Alright, so we got a laminate on this, right? Now remember how I did that test cut and it did the crop mark right where that test cut was. So what I'm going to do is, just to make sure those crop marks read it okay, or the machine reads them, I'm going to just get a Sharpie and just try to color in some of this dot here. See how much better that is compared to that? Okay. Alright, so, and this, I've done this before with the clear calendared vinyl. Sometimes that shit just, it's usually when it's a one print, you know, one pass print on the clear vinyl. But sorry, I'm trying to think and talk at the same time, and I'm not very, it's late in the day, I'm tired. Okay, so that should read those okay. So let's load it up. Okay. Yeah, so this might not read it, but hopefully it does. Okay, so I'm gonna just put this where it goes. Now, usually I'll stick my finger on top of the crop mark to identify where the cutting strip is, so I know where to line up at. This time, and sorry, I can't have the camera on it. I'm just putting my fingers next to the crop marks because I have that Sharpie on there. Okay. All right, let's go get it running. And now I did put that laminate on there, so that adds another 0.2 millimeters to the thickness. So when I go to cut only, one cut pass. So maybe let's go ahead and do 55 on the cutting force. Hit OK. Here's the moment of truth. Okay, when I hit print, we're gonna go see if it reads those crop marks. See, it's not reading them. Oh, see that? It tried. It tried to skip them, but look at, see how that one's all smudged? Nice. Now I don't know if using the Sharpie helped or not, but hey, we got it going, right? That's what's important. Okay, it's all done. Yeah, so you notice the machine was having trouble with this first one. See how it kind of smudged with the, I put that Sharpie, I must have put my finger on it by accident, didn't notice, but okay. All right, so there's that Raider design. So we're gonna go ahead and weed it now. Actually, before I even do that, I'm gonna go ahead and pick up part of this because that cut might not have been enough. So let's make sure. Okay, looks like we're good. Maybe. Yeah, it's a little bit light on one of these corners. Right here. Right here it's not. Looks good down here, but so what I'm gonna do, instead of running it back through, since it had trouble on that crop mark, I'm gonna just go ahead and weed it. And if there's parts that aren't all the way cut, see, I'll just, yeah, we'll just, it's not too bad. Actually, I don't want to waste all this perf over here. I'll find a use for it for something. See, that whole piece there, I mean, it could be something, right? So let's go ahead and finish picking this crap off here. See that? I'm just kind of tugging it also. Yeah, so the cut was okay. There's a couple spots because it's got them holes in it. So a couple of spots where it probably kind of like, you know, did something like that. See, that's the vinyl there. That's the other side. So next thing we're gonna do is we need to test this baby, see what it looks like. Now I need a piece of glass or something. Oh. Shit, why don't we go ahead and just stick it on my tattoo shop window? How about that? All right, so I'm gonna peel this off. I'm gonna stick it to my window so you see it from the inside, but not the outside. Okay? See how light that design is too? Okay, so not the greatest, okay? I don't like how you can, the design itself is really light. So I'm guessing we're gonna have to do a overprint, run it twice. But when you come outside, oop, my door's locked. See? So this is from outside. I mean, you can see the, you know, the perforated, but I don't know. It's all right. It is the 60/40, and I'm guessing that I'd rather have the, well, you know, the 80/20 actually is going to be even smaller holes. So I'm going to do another video. I'm going to run one and do an overprint. Maybe run yeah, double print over it. But yeah, that's my first try at perforated. Not too happy with the results, but hey, it's fun messing around and seeing what you come up with.